If you find that you get tired throughout the day, or you find that you just can't get any energy at all, or this is a good problem to have. If you feel like you have energy, too much energy throughout the day, but then by the time you get to the end of the day and you need to finish up the rest of your work, you're just done, and you can't really find that energy again at the end of the day. Well, this video is for you, because that energy that you're feeling throughout the day, that energy that you're trying to get and cultivate and keep throughout the day, that is your vibrational state. And in this video, I'm going to share with you guys what I've used recently to cultivate a very strong vibrational state, allow it to stay very consistent throughout the day. So without further ado, let's get into this, where I'm going to share with you. This is a 7-step system, because this is the cornerstone to making change in your life. After you've gotten your health in check and you've gotten the fundamentals of mindset in check, then this is what you have to do to keep everything moving forward. Because if you don't have energy, you're a dead battery. So let's get into this. So number 1, you need to keep in mind that before we get into this, you need to keep in mind that you only have a certain amount of energy throughout the day. Once you expel that energy, you have to either build it back up, which is very, very hard. Once you use all of it up, you may not be able to get to a point where you have enough energy. So you have to really firstly focus on conserving your energy. And if you do dip down and you feel a lack of energy, you kind of feel like kind of down. It could be depression. You could feel like depressed. You could just feel very hopeless, like you can't achieve the things that you're trying to achieve. It's just all the negative energy comes in. So you need to really focus on conserving this energy first most, and you only have a certain amount of it. But I do believe that you can build up a higher capacity to hold on to your energy and be able to obtain more of your high vibrational state. But these are the things that you need to keep in mind to keep that vibrational state up and get it back going. So number 1, you have to focus when you feel low in vibrational state, low in energy. You need to focus on gratitude. So you need to be grateful for the things that you have. Grateful that you're in an apartment and sheltered from the elements. Grateful that you have some money in your pocket. Grateful that you have people around that care about you, and grateful that you can actually pursue the things that you want to achieve. Grateful you have 2 arms and 2 legs. Grateful that you can watch this YouTube video to learn this stuff. Grateful for everything. You need to keep in your mind something that you're grateful for. And usually the most powerful thing that I can think of when your power's low and you need to get to a higher vibrational state is firstly think about the fact that you acknowledge that you are able to acknowledge that you're in a low state and you're able to change it. That's really powerful when it comes to this. So think about that, try that first. And then once you have gratitude in your mind, that actually brings you to number 2. So if you use that, you can go right into number 2, which is awareness in the present. So you're aware of where you are. You're aware that you're not in a high vibrational state. And then focus on the present. What can I do right now that makes me feel good? Now, don't go into hedonism and say, yeah, I'm going to drink alcohol. That makes me feel good. It's temporary. alcohol, the feelings that you get from alcohol and drugs, they're very temporary. Focus on things in the present that make you feel good, that are lasting. Read a book if you like books. If you like a short movie that's inspiring, a hero movie, something. A very short clip. Go on YouTube and just bring up a heroic clip of one of your favorite action shows. Something that's creative, that gives you energy. You can go for a walk. Like anything that inspires, that you enjoy. And the thing about, say you don't like reading right now, you can actually train yourself to like reading. You can get a lot of value out of books, and that value alone will give you will restore or cultivate a love for reading. Because I wasn't the biggest reader. I read the Harry Potter books way back in, now that I think about it, I read the Harry Potter books way back in elementary school. And they were the books that got me into reading, to be honest. I wasn't a huge reader before reading the Harry Potter books. I don't think I read really any books on my own before the Harry Potter books. I actually remember getting the first one like it was just yesterday. And the reason why I started reading in the first place were because of those books. I was really inspired by magic. And magic isn't some fairy tale thing. Magic is real. But it's not, unfortunately, it's not like the magic you find in Harry Potter. It's very subtle, and you don't really witness it firsthand and think of it as magic. That's the beauty behind magic. It's very subtle and it's all around us, but you don't really notice it. But anyway, let's get back let's get back into this stuff. So you gotta focus on the present and do something just like I was talking about to bring that energy back up and get back going, which comes to number 3. You need to move physically. So in the moment when you're feeling low energy, you're gonna not really want to do a lot of stuff. So that's why I have made this as simple as possible. A simple system. Simple 7-step system. Where once you get to the point where you've thought of gratitude, you've got the awareness that you're in this situation, and you're now thinking about the present, you got your activity that you're kind of doing. While you're doing the activity, just move. Just do this. You can literally just sit there and just move your arms, move your head around, just move your body. You don't have to care about what people think. And if you're sitting in a cafe and you're trying to do work and you feel low energy, don't care about what people think. Maybe they'll think you're crazy. We all are. Everybody that's watching this is crazy in some sort, because not a lot of people want to better their life with this knowledge. 99.9% of people aren't seeking this stuff. But you just gotta move your body around, because moving your body creates energy. Motion is energy. So you just move around, boom. I'm instantly, like personally, I had a good amount of energy in, but just doing that, I feel myself getting a little bit more energy, even though I thought I was maxed out. So that shows you the power right there. So you got to move physically. And then number 4, be around others with a high vibration. So this could be in the form of watching people on YouTube that have a high vibration. And you watch these guys, they have high energy, and it's contagious. Even through the screen, it'll come off. Maybe it's happening right now. But you'll get their energy just by watching them. So it's superpower. If you don't have someone around you that can give you that in person, then definitely resort to online. Follow people online that their energy is contagious. You watch them and you get energized and you feel better. But if you have people in person like that. Keep them close. Make them your best friend. And try to spend as much time with them as possible and be creative with that person. Create a really good relationship with them. Go out, do crazy adventures and stuff. Really cultivate that friendship, because they're going to be the people that bring you up in vibration and life. Number 5, visualizations and affirmations. So when you're feeling low, visualize yourself. Say you need to achieve something on the computer right here. Well, you're in a low vibrational state. You can't accomplish things in a low vibrational state. So what do? You have to get into a high vibrational state. So envision yourself completing the task, the end goal. Just have a snapshot in your mind. Envision yourself achieving all the stuff on the computer. Okay, I achieved everything. How do you feel? You feel awesome because you achieved the stuff, and then once you achieve your work, you can basically do anything after that. I would do things like constructive, like go for a walk, go out with a high vibrational individual, stuff like that. I wouldn't resort to drinking, because drinking alone brings down your vibrational state. Drugs bring down your vibrational state. All that kind of stuff, it brings down your vibrational state. So stay away from that. Don't treat that as a reward. Treat watching a movie, watching a certain kind of movie. That's a good thing to reward yourself at the end of the day. So do things like that. But in hard times where your vibrational state's low, envision the end goal and how it's going to make you feel. And then that'll give you a little bit of energy to push through. And then once you get moving, you can really keep going and then get that thing done. And it gives you energy as you're making progress, because the dopamine's there. Once you're making progress in something, the dopamine is there, and it gives you a little bit more energy as you go, and it pushes you forward, it propels you forward. Number 6. Now once you're making progress and you're going through your day and you have that energy, every time you're doing something throughout the day, you're going to be expelling a little bit of energy, but you can keep yourself going with acts of kindness and service. So say you got some good service at the diner when you're getting some food. You could leave a tip, a nice tip for the waiter, and that gives you a good feeling because you did something for somebody. You made someone's day a little bit better. So you give that tip there. Or you can do what I do on the daily, give knowledge like this, and this makes me feel good because I always get like someone reach out and they said, "Man, I didn't think about that. That's awesome. Thank you for that tip," or "I never thought of this a certain way. It's really opened my eyes." And that makes me feel good because someone was able to have an awareness that they didn't have before. And that's why I do this stuff. It's to help the guys, and then other people end up reaching out helping me. So it's, we're all in this together. But it's things like that. Keep in mind that you can keep yourself going just by putting energy out, and then it comes back to you. And then the last thing you need to remember is just what I said before. You only have a limited amount of energy on the daily, so you need to really conserve your energy. And the main way you can do this is not engaging with negativity. Not engaging with the negativity. So if someone cuts you off in traffic, don't react to it. It's impressive. It's impressive when you can get to this point. You don't react to it, and if someone's sitting beside you, they're really inspired by the way that you handle yourself and you don't react to things. And inspiration builds character in other people. Someone else gets inspired by you, then they start thinking, "Man, I could do better. I'm going to try to do better." And then before you know it, there's a lot stronger guys out there, and we all team up against the evil forces. So you need to really focus on not expelling the energy that you have out to negative things, and cultivating all these things that I talked about to keep your power up and build your high vibrational state up. So I hope you got some value in that. If you need any more, if you have any questions, just send me a comment in the comments below. I'm gonna put a link to my Instagram. You can also message me on Instagram there. The real Ferris is the Instagram. And I'm gonna be putting out a course. There's a pre-sale on right now. The first 20 people that go into the pre-sale get direct access in a Telegram with me. So check that out. You can just message me at this point in the Instagram to get more information on that. But yeah, no pressure. Thank you for watching. God bless. And yeah, baby, let's get today.